Welcome student, this is the first introductory lecture of this course on gender and diversity and fairness policy in AI, and me myself I am Dilip Prasad. I am a professor at Department of Computer Science at UIT, the Arctic University of Norway, and in this lecture we are going to know that what course is about and what are the syllabus and who it is for, means what takeaway you are going to take with this course. So, let us begin. So, while designing the motivation of this course was that the AI is coming wide into the everyone's life, and AI is moving so fast that its harmful impact or its beneficial impact, and also to make it more useful for the society, the European Union came up with the AI Act. And why the need of AI Act has came up, and how this course can be useful to follow up how to make the AI model more useful and more beneficial for the people and the society. So, this course, if you are a policy maker, then or you have an interest to be a policy maker in the future, you can attend this course, because the currently we are at AI Act version 1. In future it will be a modified, and also if you go to other country and there you are part of any AI Act regulatory principle, like in US or in India or in Middle East or in Singapore, Australia, Canada. So, this you can take it further. Now, how the policymaker can help in helping this in the AI era. Now, the policymakers are presently in the EU, that we have come up with AI Act, and any AI model in the system are now getting regulated, and especially the one which is in the consumer ends. So, they are very important, and now if you are a AI student, you are doing master course in AI or a bachelor course in AI, or doing for your own interest, from if you are from other department and still want to know more about the AI Act and regulatory principle, then this course is for you. And if you are in general want to know that where the AI is going and how it is getting regulated and how it can be made beneficial, so this course is for you. So, this has been created more in general. So, now to go further in this course, what you need to know. So, you the prerequisite is that you should have at least some hands-on programming skill in Python, or you have done this INF 1400 introductory in programming language. And other thing which you need is that, because AI Act nowadays is getting more regulating more the AI models which are deep learning oriented and the machine learning models which are inspired by deep learning. So, having a knowledge of using Python and accessing the deep learning models or playing with the deep learning is one of the prerequisite. So, if you fit in this criteria, then you are ready to come further, and let us begin. So, the syllabus will be that first will be the bias in AI, that bias means how the AI models are giving different result for different set of people, for different scenario. They are not giving uniform results or not behaving uniformly, and that the different types of bias like gender bias or racial or socioeconomic bias. Then what are the impact of bias, means how bias in AI can impact the society, the legal aspect, the societal aspect, the empathy aspect, and economic aspect. Now, not only detecting the bias, how can we mitigate? So, it is very easy to cite a problem in particular things, but without a solution, just citing that there is a problem in AI or bias in AI has no purpose. So, we will be also be knowing how to mitigate the bias in different types of AI model, and there are different methodology, and more or less how to, if we are developing AI system, how to begin from the beginning to make an AI system which is more inclusive and cater the diverse set of audience and diverse set of scenario. Then comes the ethical aspect, that how we can make the AI development more ethically and practices. Then comes fairness in AI, what are the different types of fairness principle and fairness definition, different types of fairness and its concept. Then we will go through the policy and regulatory aspect, means what EU AI Act says, what are the different guideline of other country says, like in Canada or in Australia or in China or in India, what are the different AI related guideline and principles are coming across the world. So, we will go through that, and then we will be taking case studies which where the AI system will be already biased, and how to detect it and how to mitigate these biases using mitigation strategies. And then we will be having the hands-on tutorials, that we will go with some lab experiment, and throughout the course also there are I will be explaining using the Python Jupyter notebook, that different concept we are learning in this course, and with the real examples, when I am saying certain thing in the course, how they are behaving with practical example, practical data set, and live. And then you can read article on it, and then the best way to take outcome of it is that doing the project, because a project is a big aspect of it. So, if you do the project, which is almost 50 to 60 hours of effort, then you will learn this course much better way. And then what is the learning outcome? So, with this course, the learning outcome which we are expecting is that you will have understanding of different type of bias in AI, like gender bias, like racial, socioeconomic, and there are different kind of machine learning algorithms are there, and those algorithms are also introducing bias. Then also to gain insight into the societal, ethical and legal aspect of having a biased AI system, then acquire the knowledge of fairness aware AI system design and mitigation strategy for removing those biases, and also to understand key policy, legal and regulatory framework exist in the governing the fairness and diversity in AI, and we will be focusing on EU AI Act, and based on that we will take you through, but we will be touch basing some of the other concept of other countries which are currently existing and countries where some guidelines are there. Now, we will also be recognizing the importance of inclusive AI system development, so that we can have a very equitable and technological development. So, what skills you are going to gain from this course is that you will be able to identify and assess the different types of bias in an AI system using this fairness metrics and the auditing techniques which we will learn in this course. And we will be also be implementing methodology to detect and mitigate and prevent a future bias in the AI models. We will also be going through how to develop an AI model that align with fairness, diversity and inclusion principle. Then we will take some real case studies, and we will analyze how the bias, how to detect the bias, and different strategy to make the ethical AI development. And there are various kind of fairness algorithms are there, means the algorithms can also be designed which is fairness aware, and we will be knowing about those and tools of AI application, taking some example domain. Then finally, we will be also be having a skill set to navigate the AI policies, how to interpret the AI policy and a legal framework, so that we can ensure compliance with fairness regulation. Then the general competence you will be gaining if you simply go through the lecture and without doing hands-on. The general competence which you will be gaining is that critical mindset to evaluate the ethical and social consequence of AI system, and the principles we will be learning how to design an AI system which are bias aware or equitable. So we will learn how to make it inclusive, fairness and diversity aware AI system. Then now development of AI is not one person job. You have to collaborate with many teams. The one who is collecting the data set, the one who is testing, the one who is interfacing the legal aspect. So you will also be learning the collaboration skills to work with diverse team which are developing fairness aware AI projects or working on those projects. Then in general broader societal impact of AI and responsible AI development, how it can shape the equitable technology, and finally the leadership and communication skill, like you will be able to communicate and advocate the fair AI practices in academia, in industry and policy driven settings. Now in this course we will be going through not too many lecture hours. There are self-study session. If you go through the lecture material and lecture videos and also hands-on tutorial, then there are project works are there which I will be giving you the example data set and project, or you can come up with your own data set and can discuss with me. And there will be hands-on session, and finally the project consultation will be there with each of you, and the evaluation will be based on the oral presentation of the whatever effort. Since this is around 2.53 CTS course, so roughly 75 to 80 hours of workload is there. Now the lecture plan. So the lecture plans are like first will be the what is the bias in AI and the types of bias. The lecture 1 will be there. Then the fundamental mathematics, or what are the different basic mathematics is needed to do the bias detection and mitigation, and different methods we are going to learn in this course, like probability, variance and confusion matrix, sampling, this kind of thing. Then there are different mitigation strategies are there. We will be learning the methodology and how to design an inclusive AI system. Then how to do ethical AI development practices. Then the lecture 5 will be fairness in AI, its definition and concept, and then legal and regulatory framework of fair AI, and after that hands-on on bias in AI, bias mitigation and case studies. The examination will be basically based on home examination, and 50% will be based on hands-on lab, and then oral examination will be 50%, and it is just a pass-fail thing, and the report etc. will be 8 to 10 pages you have to make at the end of the course based on your project. Then there are some sample projects are there, idea template. You can come up with more, or you can discuss with me that first is the loan recommendation system banks are using, whether to give a loan to a particular individual or not. So how to detect the bias in those AI models which are doing the bias loan recommendation, and how to mitigate them. We will be giving you a data set which is already publicly available, and the code base will be there, and some research article to go through. Apart from this, you can come up with your own idea and anything you are working with AI model development, so we can discuss and decide that can a project be designed around it, which can be feasible to do within 30 to 40 hours of the timeline. This course reference book is based on this gender and diversity policy in AI, and it's a very nice book, but we will be learning more or less everything in this lecture material. So if you do not have access to this book, then it's fine, you can go through the lecture video, and if you want to really have this book, it is written very nicely by me and my co-author Arif Sheikh. And then we will see you in the next lecture. Thank you. You can drop